Something heavy is moving between Lake Forest and Nashville, the kind of movement that doesn't leak until it's already halfway done. If you stepped away to pour coffee, step back. You'll want both hands free. Here's why the moment feels different. The Bears didn't just win a couple of downs last Sunday. They won a little bit of belief. And belief is dangerous in the NFC when it meets opportunity and a front office with a clean shot. The calendar says regular season, but the building's heartbeat sounds like January. You can sense it in the way the staff talks about the line of scrimmage, about violence inside, about closing pockets fast. Tonight we're going to walk through what's actually at stake, how a single swing in the trenches changes the math for Chicago, what it would cost in pips and cap, what the short-term pain would look like for long-term control, and yes, how quickly it could happen. No spoilers yet. If you're with me to the end, you'll get the full shape of it, the target, the package, the fit, and what it says about the Bears' ambition right now. Before we dive, quick one, this is Bears News Fan Report. If you live for honest breakdowns, urgency, and straight talk made for Chicago diehards, tap subscribe, drop a like, and ring the bell so this community stays first in line when real football news hits our feed. Let's go. Start with identity. In this town, defense is not a slogan. It's a spine. The pass rush looks better outside, but too often quarterbacks are stepping up into clean air, patting the ball, and finding easy crossers. That's not a coverage problem. That's a physics problem. Interior disruption is the shortest path between doubt and despair for the guy in the other jersey. Collapsing the A-gaps doesn't just change where the throw goes. It changes whether a throw happens at all. Now zoom out to the roster clock. You've got a young quarterback learning how to win drives, an offense that's building timing, and a defense that already knows how to punish mistakes. Add one more force in the middle and suddenly 3rd and 7 South feel like 4-point swings. Complementary football turns into compound interest. You don't need 5 new stars. You need one piece that forces the other team to burn their plan sheet by halftime. Look south. Tennessee is a proud franchise facing a crossroads. New pieces, old expectations, and a schedule that doesn't wait. When teams stare down the barrel of a reboot, even pillars can become assets. The league is ruthless that way. If a front office decides the window shifted, it listens. And if it listens, someone like Chicago better be the first voice on the line. The fit? It's a Chicago story through and through. This defense wants to dent pockets, not just edge them. It wants doubles that fail, backs that bounce before they want to, guards that tap their helmet asking for help that isn't coming. Put a prime interior record next to the length and speed you already have on the edge, and linebackers start living in the backfield without needing to blitz. Corners get to sit on routes. Safeties get to hunt. It's the difference between surviving 3rd down and owning it. That's the setup. In a minute, we're going to put a name on the board, map the price range, and show you how the cap mechanics would work from Chicago's side without breaking the 2026 plan. We'll talk timeline, contingencies, and what signals around the league suggest about buy versus sell teams at the deadline. Take a breath, lock in, and stay with me, because here's where it turns. The news. Chicago has aligned on a framework with the Tennessee Titans centered on star defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons, an agreement in principle on structure and cost that would put a true game-wrecking force in navy and orange if final hurdles clear. Here's what that means and what it doesn't. It means both sides have discussed parameters seriously, enough to outline picks, timing, and post-trade cap treatment. It does not mean paperwork is filed or a trade call is scheduled. Framework is the word teams use when value is close, contingencies are defined, and the door is open for go, no-go. Treat it as a developing alignment, not a completed transaction. So what's the shape? Think premium capital. If you're Tennessee, you don't move a 28-year-old interior star for spare change. You want at least one high pick, plus a sweetener, another pick, or a young, controllable player. If you're Chicago, you measure that against control years and impact snaps. The sweet spot is a package that hurts on Friday night but wins you Sunday afternoons for the next 3 seasons. That's the calculus. Pay now, pressure forever. Cap mechanics matter. Simmons is on a veteran deal with prime years left. Chicago can handle the year one hit with restructures that keep flexibility intact, then smooth the number in out years without touching the core. Tennessee's side will be about timing bonus treatment and the optics of a reboot. None of that is impossible. It's just about will and window. On the field, picture it. 3rd and 7 at Soldier. The crowd hums into a growl. The center slides left, the guard cheats his stance, and still the pocket caves at the snap. Your edge is collapsing the arc, your back end is on rhythm roots, and the quarterback's feet go happy at 2 seconds. That's what an interior alpha does. He makes every other good player on your defense pop louder. Sacks become takeaways. Hurries become hospital balls. Run fits tighten because offensive lines stop moving you one-on-one. The ripple effect is cultural too. Chicago's best defenses were violent, disciplined, and inevitable. Adding that kind of presence tells the locker room the front office believes the defense can win marquee games now, not someday. It tells the offense they don't have to score 31 to win in December. It tells everyone at Hollis Hall that the standard is being raised in the ugliest, most beautiful way by owning the line. Risks? Always. Big swings carry weight. Medicals, fit, costs, and the simple truth that stars get star-level attention from opposing coordinators. You pay a premium, you live with double teams and chips and game plans designed to erase your guy. The counter is you build a front that makes erasing one player a losing strategy. If the price spikes past your red line, you walk. That's what discipline looks like when you've already climbed out of the rebuild hole. Contingency if it stalls. The posture alone still helps. The league sees you as a buyer, and that shakes loose other conversations. If Tennessee pulls back, Chicago's board won't be empty. There are adjacent profiles, shorter control, different price points that can raise your floor. But let's not pretend. There aren't many humans who tilt a pocket like Simmons. That's why the framework even exists. So I want to hear you. If this is the package premium pick plus sweetener for a prime interior dominator, are you in? Do you push the chips for the heartbeat of a Chicago defense, or do you guard the picks and trust internal growth? Tell me the line you wouldn't cross, and tell me what your eyes want on 3rd down when the season is on the line. Drop it in the comments. This community reads each other, and your take shapes the next show. My view? I'd make the move if the price stays within the range we've outlined. Because a true interior closer changes who the Bears are in the moments that decide seasons. And yes, this is speculation based on a developing framework, not an official announcement.